You stir a spoonful of instant coffee. Half a second. Before your eyes, the tiny brown granules vanish as if they had never existed. There is no time for resistance. No ritual, just a complete surrender to hot water. But the strange part is not how quickly they dissolve. The strange part is this: to achieve that half second, humanity had to build machines as large as oil refineries, simulate desert furnaces, and recreate vacuums colder than an Antarctic night. An espresso takes 30 seconds to extract flavor from roasted beans. It is a slow negotiation between water and the porous cellulose structure of coffee. Instant coffee, by contrast, is coffee with the equation already solved. All the complex physical processes, extraction, concentration, drying, aroma recovery, have already taken place in the factory. By the time it reaches your cup, it only needs to perform the final act: reconstruction in water. You are not just drinking coffee. You are drinking matter that has been bent through time. Molecules that once lay buried deep within cell walls, once scorched by heat and crushed under pressure, now reappear in water in half a second. A process that once lasted hours has been compressed like a sophisticated zip file. To understand why instant coffee disappears, we must first look at where it is born. A coffee machine the size of a swimming pool. Imagine a simple drip filter. Now enlarge it until it fills an entire factory floor. That is the industrial extraction system, where water ceases to be merely water and becomes a kind of molecular magnet. Under normal conditions, water can draw flavor molecules out only with heat or agitation. But inside the factory, water is forced into steel tubes under pressures high enough to redefine its role. The H2O molecules become more aggressive, penetrating deep into the solid structure of spent coffee grounds. Pressure reduces water's viscosity, allowing it to slip into microscopic capillaries, tunnels only a few hundred nanometers wide. Here, physics becomes a ruthless negotiator. Heat causes cellulose to swell, releasing sugars, organic acids, lipids, and hundreds of aromatic compounds. Pressure drives them out of the bean like a flood sweeping through a valley. The result is a concentrated solution several times stronger than espresso. There is no gentle dripping here. Industrial extraction is aesthetic coercion, forcing coffee to reveal every chemical secret it holds. Yet this solution's journey does not end there. It must face another challenge, one in which water is stripped away in mere fractions of a second. Picture spraying a fine mist into a swirling Saharan sandstorm at 200 degrees Celsius. That is the fate of coffee solution inside a spray-drying tower. When the liquid is forced through a high-pressure nozzle, it shatters into millions of microscopic droplets. Their enormous surface area makes them perfect targets for heat. The moment they encounter dry, hot air, the water inside is violently pulled away through rapid evaporation. Scientifically speaking, this is an uneven battle. Each droplet contains only milligrams of water, while the hot air stream carries thermal energy measured in tens of kilojoules. The water disappears before the droplet even reaches the bottom of the tower. What remains are powdery particles, light as volcanic ash. But speed comes at a cost. High temperatures break apart many delicate volatile compounds, the fragile aromatic molecules. As vulnerable as lavender under harsh sunlight, spray drying delivers efficiency, but sacrifices layers of subtle aroma. That is why the industry needed another method, a frozen desert where water can vanish without heat. If spray drying is the Sahara, freeze drying is Antarctica. The coffee solution is chilled until it becomes a dark slab of ice, trapping flavor molecules inside a crystalline vault. Then the frozen mass is placed under deep vacuum. At extremely low pressure, water cannot melt. It skips the liquid state entirely and moves directly from solid to gas, a phenomenon known as sublimation. Under these conditions, each water molecule quietly escapes from the ice lattice and disappears like breath on a winter morning. There is no intense heat to destroy aroma compounds, no violent speed to damage structure, only a subtle evaporation unfolding in the silence of vacuum. What remains is remarkable. The freeze-dried coffee is not dense, it is porous like coral, and brittle like crystallized sugar lost in the desert. These porous structures allow hot water to rush instantly into every cavity, breaking the structure apart and restoring the coffee to liquid form in half a second. Freeze-drying is not merely a technique. It is a promise to preserve the soul of Arabica by respecting the fragility of aromatic molecules. If flavor is the soul, then aroma molecules are the memory of the coffee bean. But memory is easily carried away by wind. During roasting and extraction, hundreds of volatile compounds diffuse into the air, creating the beloved scent of freshly roasted coffee. The industry does not accept this loss. In modern factories, aromatic vapors are captured in chilled condensation chambers, where steam and fragrance molecules are trapped like mist caught in a glass web. After the coffee has been dried into powder or freeze-dried granules, these aromatic compounds are returned sprayed back onto the surface of the product. Imagine reconstructing a painting that was once torn apart. The pieces do not fit perfectly, but together they create the illusion of wholeness. That is why, when you open a jar of instant coffee, you smell what seems like freshly roasted beans. It is not a spontaneous memory. It is a carefully edited one. Aroma recovery reveals a deeper truth to give you that effortless half-second of simplicity. The industry must perform dozens of chemical borrowings, separations, reconstructions, and returns. And in that fleeting instant when the granules disappear into water, what you witness is not magic, it is physics, compressed into a moment.